Hey, what's up? I hope you're having a fantastic day. Now, this video today is a super quick preview of my Ableton Live's basic course that I'm hoping to release this time next week. So in this course, we're gonna go super duper in depth on how you can use Ableton Live as a super powerful live performance tool. Hope you enjoy it. See you in the next video. Now, right now, we're gonna take a look at session view. So session view is what we are gonna spend 90% of our time building up our project. So session view is designed for doing live performances, and it's made up of these rectangular boxes. Now, these are referred to as clips. Now, a clip contains audio or MIDI information, and we can either record these clips live with playing an instrument into them and then loop them back and they'll play, or we can load in like pre-recorded samples and trigger like pre-recorded drum beats, pre-recorded vocal samples, all them sort of like backing track elements that you might want to use in a live situation. Now, if we open up our browse menu, either clicking on it or using our shortcut Command-Alt-B or Control-Alt-B if you're on a PC, we're gonna load in some clips. So in Ableton Live, the browser, we have our categories here that we touched on earlier, but right down at the bottom, we have clips. So these clips are Ableton Live's provided pre-made clips that we can literally just drag and drop and start getting super creative inside of Ableton Live. This is awesome feature for literally playing about and understanding how this software works, which is what we are doing today. So in order to know what a sample sounds like before you drag it in, you can click on it, and if you see down here, we have this little headphone icon next to the little wave format. Now we can click on this to turn it blue, and it will start a little bit of a preview, so you can hear that there. Now we want a drum beat, so this can play along to the little bass part we loaded in here. So let's try out this one here. That's no good because it's a drum fill. There we go, this is more like it. So we literally drag and drop this into our Ableton Live project, and now we have a section, so we can click play. And then we can trigger the next sample. Now, right now our drums are sounding a little bit loud, so if we pause that for a moment, down here we have our volume sliders, so we can click and drag and pull our drums down ever so slightly just to get a little bit of a better level. So that's sounding a little bit more like it, but our instruments are sounding a little bit dry, and I kind of want a little bit of reverb on the drums and the bass guitar parts. So if you have a look over the volume slider, we have these things called A and B, and these are referred to as sends. Now these sends will go to these return tracks over here. And on these return tracks, we can load in reverbs, delays, all those sort of things from our audio effects category over here. Now, the reason why you'd want to use send and return tracks is the fact it will reduce your CPU usage. So you see in the top right over here, we're only idling at about 2% usage, and that's because we're not doing anything too strenuous in our Ableton Live set. But if we were to have 25 audio and MIDI tracks over here loaded up, and we wanted reverbs on every single one of those, so we'd have 25 reverbs loaded in, we're suddenly going to see a huge increase in capacity on our CPU. It's going to make Ableton potentially crash and run a little bit slower. So by using a return track, we can literally have one reverb loaded in and send every single track to that one reverb, and it's going to be way more efficient for our computer. So let's turn up the reverb on our bass part, so we'll preview that. And then the same for the drums.